When I saw that you were both cast, I actually figured there'd be singing involved. Like, I was looking for a karaoke scene. I was like,
They missed the opportunity on that. They should have did
Absolutely.
something.
Both of you are so much fun in this film. Callie, you play Keisha Coleman, Bobby's wife and mother of Callie. And Rome, you play Anderson Fisher, Bobby's teammate on the Atlanta Falcons. How do both of your characters see Bobby?
Anderson's perspective of Bobby, it changes throughout the movie, just probably as it does for them. But for me, he was harmless. I think in the beginning, he was kind of insignificant. Anderson does have this approach that could be off-putting, maybe, but it's always in good nature. It's like the fly. It won't leave you alone. It ain't there to bother you, but it's just there. And so, it was fun to play that with Omari. And throughout the film, we tried to have a bunch of layers, and hopefully they play well for people when they watch it.
Yeah, he's not mean-spirited. He just says that one wrong thing.
He's very blunt. He's very honest. He's blunt. Yeah.
You can't be mad at him for that. It's hysterical.
So Kelly, your character, she's a nurse and she's moved all over the country for her husband. What is she kind of thinking of him now?
At the beginning, of course, she's thinking like she cares for him. She's a realist, and she's thinking, you are not really playing. I want you to go about this in a very wise way, and the fact that your body is even not what it possibly even used to be, and you just moving different. But she also wants to continue to support him and believe in his dreams too, because he's still the optimist. Like, the coach said I'm this, so she's rooting for him too, but she also wants him to be understanding and real about the situation. And when everything starts to happen for him, she's like, I got you. I'm here to ride, period.
And you are actually a great mom on this. I was like, you know what? Everybody needs a mom like this. So understanding. What did it give you any insight to being a mom of teenagers in the future? Because I know you're a little.
I don't even want to think about that. I want to enjoy this age so much, because I was just saying earlier, like, that's the part that's kind of like heartbreaking, because I'm like, oh my God, Callie's my daughter. She's a teenager. And it just got me to thinking, I am so not ready for that yet. But of course, I loved it for this family. But like in my own space, I'm like, the taller Titan gets, the more I cry, because he's just growing to be this like beautiful young man. And he's just like really full of heart and empathy. I'm obsessed with my kids. So yeah.
Aw, that's amazing. Now, Kelly, I know you knew the director from a previous project before you started, but did the two of you know Marsai before this?
I did. Did you know Marsai?
I didn't know her well. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it like having her as a boss on set?
She's the worst. She's I wish I have nothing bad to say about her. If you didn't know who she was, you would not know she does anything, right? So maybe if you just knew she was an actor, you wouldn't know she was producing and doing all these other things. She's very humble and just has a great grip on what she wants at her age is great.
There's only one Marsai, and I am blown away by her gift, by her vision for herself, and her vision for what she wants things to see. You know what I mean? The just who she is. I at 18 and accomplishing so much, and I love how big her dreams are. You know what I mean? And that to me is a testament to her parents, because it's like, I think that as parents, her parents remind me just to continue to tell my kids that, like, no, that there's no such thing as there's no ceiling. My niece says, there's no ceiling. We can do anything.
Well, also, her auntie did quite a bit by the time she was 18 too. So I'm thinking she's got some good role models in her life.
Yes, no, there is no ceiling. I think that it does remind you not to put a ceiling on yourself. I just heard Rome say something earlier, and I was like, oh, that's so true. You can never stop rooting for yourself, even when there's some sort of just something going on, because I don't think we're at competition with anyone else on this earth. I think that our greatest competition is ourselves. And I teach my kids there's no ceiling. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting? That kind of sounds like the theme of the film.
Yeah.
Like there's no ceiling.
You gotta
kind of get through your...
There's a lot of storylines in life
that
mirror like our life.
Yes.
That's why they say, art imitates life, because that's what you want out of a movie. When you watch it, you want to relate to it. And I think people will watch this and and identify things with Anderson and things with Kelly's character, you know, and that is a testament of good filmmaking and also good writing.
So I'm gonna ask about some favorite scenes, but I have one question. Kelly, was there like a rain scene clause or something in this movie? Because you have like 3 big scenes
y'all was going
in
crazy
the pouring rain. I'm like, was there a weave clause? Like, what happened?
No, and you know what was great? Like Marsai's like, there's rain scenes. I'm like, it's cool. She's like, but we'll do them together. And we did. You know what I mean? I think there was a moment where I almost lost my wig though. And that was hysterical because that rain was coming down so hard and you just like, to hold that thing down to keep the scene going. But it was so much fun. The rain scene was actually super fun because it wasn't
dope.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
like
love that
cold
component.
outside. Yeah.
I love that component because you didn't need it, but adding it added suspense and it added more levity to the scenes. Like imagine having that scene when it's just day outside. You're like, hey, the stakes ain't as high, you know, but with the rain, it really, you know, magnifies that.
Yep.
Now, Rome, you are no stranger to magic. Actually, scenes you did a fantastic job in Raising Dion. But this movie seems a little bit more lighthearted for you from some of the stuff that you've done before. Do you like comedy? You're gonna stay here for a while?
I love comedy. When I get opportunity to play a character like this, you know, I would love to do it more.
But you didn't even try. That's the thing. He didn't even have to try to be funny. He just delivered the line, and it was with all of his essence of who he is and who his character is. And he was hysterical.
Thank you.
You were very good. So last question. Anton said that there was a professional EA Sports coach on set and that he had several of y'all playing. So I got to know, of the 2 of y'all, who's got the better score?
I'm going to say her because she's saying me. So I'm going to say her.
No, you can take that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank
Nice talking to you.
You too.